Hey, let's make the Christmas cake.
Ingredients for soaking the dry fruits in orange juice. I've shown this earlier in rum and in orange juice too, but today I'm going to show it again, how I'm going to soak it in orange juice. I'm not going to use many dry fruits here for this particular cake. It's just the colored cherries, red and green, the raisins, the black little currants, the prunes and the ginger. And of course I have the nuts too. Please see the recipe in full because there will be a lot added on in between and the description will be given below. Okay, so here are the ingredients. Green cherries and red cherries, which is 200 grams together. These are the currants, 100 grams, raisins, 100 grams, prunes and dried ginger, 100 grams. I'll be taking 2 rind of these oranges and orange juice. You can either use the pure orange juice you get to buy from various companies. I'm using this, or you can use the juice of fresh orange juice. 100 grams of blueberries and dates, 100 grams. And the nuts I'm using is almonds, cashew nuts, pecans, walnuts. It's 100 grams each. I won't be mixing the nuts together with the fruits, but only the dried fruits first. Orange juice, 300 ml. Just going to mix it all together. Let's soak it for 4 to 6 hours. And if it's more than that, you can also keep it overnight, but keep it in the refrigerator. We need to cover it with a cling foil. See that it's fully covered so that it gets soaked well. Because it's not rum, it's fruit juice. You can also soak it in cranberry juice if you wish to, or even apple juice if you want, if you don't have the cranberry or the orange juice, whatever juice you like, but it's most apt to soak it in either orange juice or cranberry juice. Okay, and it's ready to be kept. Now comes the chopping of the nuts. You can chop it in the chopper if you'd like to, but I would prefer to do it with a hand because sometimes, even if you pulsate it, it becomes too tiny. I prefer it to be a little chunky piece when I chop it. Maybe this way. Okay? The same with all the other nuts. As soon as it's done, I'll be back. Orange zest, 1 teaspoon.
Caramelize.
So I'm going to make it half a cup of sugar. Let's switch it on. Medium fire. Just put 1 tablespoon of water. We just want it to get nice and dark brown, so just be on the lookout. Okay, it has to boil well and caramelize so that we get the nice color for the cake. We don't have to burn the sugar, but it has to get even darker than this color. You see here, this is what we want. Put it on very low fire now, and you're going to put 1 cup of water. Put it slowly and be away. Perfect. So let's put more. It might sometimes get thickened, but don't worry, it will get dissolved. Okay. I'm just going to transfer this into this bigger vessel. Just stir it. We wait for it to become a little thicker, and then we switch it off. So yes, I have switched this caramel off because as it gets cool, it will get thicker. It's very easy. The various ingredients, the dry ingredients, I've taken 1 cup of plain flour, and this is half a cup which is kept separate for coating the dry fruits. So we put it all in the sieve. Half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of soda bicarb, so both half teaspoon, okay. Ginger powder, just 1/8 of a teaspoon. Cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon. It gives a nice color. Half a teaspoon of cinnamon. If you like, you can go up to 1 teaspoon. Ground cloves, 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg powder. I love nutmeg, so I'm going to crush a little bit of fresh dried nutmeg too, and 1/4. But I'm going to freshly grate some nutmeg and 4 of these cardamoms along with this nutmeg. So it's going to give an added fresh flavor to it. Put a pinch of salt. So if you're using salted butter, please omit the salt. And let's sieve it. Mix it together. And just break all the clumps if it is there. 4 eggs, brown sugar, 3/4 of a cup. You can use dark brown sugar or light brown sugar. You can also use the plain white sugar. This is the caramelized sugar, and I'm going to put the dry fruits in it. So here's the soaked dry fruits. It's over 4 hours now, so I'm going to take this out now, and I'm going to drain it through the sieve. We are not going to throw away the orange juice that is left down. The difference between orange juice and rum is that whenever you pour the rum, it just gets absorbed. Whereas this, it gets absorbed, but you see nothing is there on the top, but there's a little at the bottom. So Here we go. So let it drain for around 30 minutes. Here I have the drained dry fruit, and there's no need of draining it at this point, but I just wanted to see how much of orange juice was left. I'll be mixing it with the caramelized sugar, which I made initially because now the fruit is nicely soaked. Putting it on slow fire, and this is the fruit. So it's going to boil for some time, maybe 3 to 5 minutes, and this will help. It's already soft, but it will help to make it even more plumpier, and it will swell up. You can soak it for 4 to 6 hours, and you can just put it in the batter and make the cake, or you can make the caramelized sugar and then pour it, but it should be real thick consistency, not loose like this. But I made it a little bit liquidy because I had the intention of putting the dry fruits and again boiling it for another 5 minutes. Okay, so you can do it either ways, but I prefer it this way because the fruits get even softer and nice to eat when it's instantly done. Otherwise you have to soak it for more time, maybe overnight. It would be even better. Okay, so I'll come back after 5 minutes and I'll show you how it is. Do not forget to stir it now and then because we don't want to burn our lovely fruits which we have put in. It's precious for Christmas. So here it is. I'm going to switch it off now and we'll wait for it to cool. Okay, and I'll be back. This is my secret ingredient, 1 teaspoon. Mandarin dry peel. It has got a very nice fruity flavor. So that's about it. So I've taken a bowl and I'm going to put 200 grams of butter. See, it shouldn't be very soft and it shouldn't be just out of the refrigerator, but when you put your finger, it should press down. So it's nice and cool now, the dry fruits. There's nothing much to drain, but still I'm just going to drain it. Such nice fragrance. The aroma is so good. So we'll wait for some time in case it drains. This is the initial juice which I got before I could put it in the caramel syrup. So here I've put the butter and I'm going to beat it till it's nice and fluffy. I'm going to put the sugar and we'll blend it together. So I'll just scrape it from the sides. Beat it again for another 2 to 3 minutes. So we are using 4 eggs. Let's beat the eggs one at a time. So all the 4 eggs are already in, and now we can just scrape the sides. You can also use the standing mix, but I don't want to use it because it's a small amount. I used to do the cake mix with my hand, but since my hand is not all that doing well, this arm, so I started using the beater or the standing mixture. Okay, I've put the maple syrup, 1 tablespoon, vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon, the orange zest, orange juice that is remaining, around 1/4 cup. You can put that too, and put the rum flavor. If you don't like it, you don't have to. 1 teaspoon. You can just put the mixed fruit flavor, or you can combine a few flavors of your choice along with vanilla, and then we just mix it together. Okay, now we're going to add in the flour in 3 batches. The last batch. That's enough. This is 1/4 cup of ground almond powder. It gives a nice flavor. And let's mix it. So I've put 1 tablespoon of mixed fruit jam, which I had made it, and let's mix that too. So now we don't need this. Okay, I've removed the blades, and now we just scrape the sides and see whether everything is nicely mixed. So we keep this aside now, and we take our dry fruits. Just very little juice of it, maybe 3 ml. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to transfer this here, and we're going to coat it with the 1/2 cup of flour which we have taken. The reason why we do it is we don't want the fruits to settle down. It has to be distributed well inside the cake. So by doing this, the fruits will settle down. Oh, the fruits are so tasty. I had tasted it. It's so yummy. Okay, this is the dry fruits, and now we're going to put it inside the wet batter. And now you need to just mix it up together. Just fold it in the batter. See that it's thoroughly mixed and the batter is coated very well. This is the dried nuts, the toasted. So we put that too. Yeah, now it's done. Going to put it in the containers and I'll be back, okay? Ladle I used to use with my hand to make all types of cakes. So because my hand is, this right arm is not okay, I do it with either the standing mixture or the beater. So here it is, you see? Full of fruits and it's so very tasty. I'm going to put it in molds. So here I have 3 aluminum foils, okay? And you can either use the spray or you can use butter. And if you're not using the butter paper, then you can just butter it and dust it with flour and take out the remaining flour out. But here I'm going to spray this and I'm going to line it first with the newspaper and then with the butter paper or the parchment paper. Okay, so because I want it 2 layered or 3 layered, I don't want the cake to get burnt. So usually you can do it the way how you are happy with doing it, but because it's an aluminum foil, I would like it to be double layered or triple layered because the time it's going to be cooked for a longer time. So that's the reason I'm putting the newspaper down and then the parchment paper or the butter paper on the top of it. Okay, so let's go. So here it is. Isn't it so good? And now comes the filling. To put it inside. I'm just going to fill the others. Just see, does it look so good? And I'm going to decorate it on the top too. So I'll get back to you. 1 trays out of the batter I have made are 700 grams and this is 800 grams. So I finally made it and I've got 3 trays of this sort. And you see, here it is. You just have to tap it and keep it in the oven for
260 degrees Fahrenheit.
For say 1 hour 30 minutes. So I will see, because it's 3 small ones, I'll be peeping in after 45 minutes and see how it's going. Okay, you can also cover it with the top foil on the top so that it won't get burnt. So here I'm going to put all the 3 in the oven.
It's 260 degrees Fahrenheit preheated.
Going to put the timer on now for 45 minutes and I'll be seeing how it is. Also, I've kept a Tefal pan down so that with water so that it won't get dry. The cake tends to be more moist. Okay, so we will see how it goes. Let's keep our fingers crossed. It's going to come out superb. The fruits were so good and tasty when I tasted the batter. It's definitely going to come out good. So let's watch and see. So finally, I have removed the fruit cake and it took me
1 hour 40 minutes.
Temperature was 260 degrees Fahrenheit. So here it is, 3 of it. Nice. Just let it cool.
Here's a Stuti who's come down in the morning to see what I'm making.
Here you see. So well. It is really nice and soft. Well
Baked.
Christmas cake.
Christmas, very bad.
Christmas is coming, the babies are getting fat.
Yes, this is my Stuti Kuti. She's not well today.
Stuti
so
cake,
my
cake.
Stuti Kuti is not going to school. So
Very tasty.
my Stuti Kuti is not
Why
going
you
to
put
school.
jelly? Why you put jelly in it?
It's not jelly. This is green cherries, red cherries. This is pecans, and this is almonds.
Wait, look at nail polish. Christmas nail polish.
Show me. Oh wow!
Is it for Christmas?
Okay. So here I'm just putting some pineapple jam for some glaze.
Decoration is cake. Decoration.
And what did you put on your face?
Christmas hairband.
On your face, what did you do?
It's powder eyeshadow.
Powder and eyeshadow you put?
It's for Christmas.
Oh my god, this is why you went. Which eyeshadow did you put?
Last time I got to church.
This is your mama's?
Yes.
Mama's eyeshadow you put? Oh my god.
How I look.
You look nice, you're my little princess. Okay, so now it's done. And this is my all the 3 cakes.
Don't beat it.